Okay, so I made a Hunger Games. I made a Hunger Games simulator. It's called the Hunger Games Madness Edition. So we have Pepperoni, Infomaniac, Sig, Dark Arl, Poison Ringo, the Brickster, Lego Mario, Lego Luigi, Sonic.exe, Boyfriend, G-Man, Fleetway Supersonic, Monica, Pac-Man, Moogle, Hatsune Miku, Len, Anrin, Kagamine Len, Kagamine Rin. There we go. I tried to say this. The Foundation from Fortnite. Yoshi.
Battle Pass. I just shit. Oh my.
Hey! Yoshi, Kamek, Gunnar, Isabelle, and KK Slider. Proceed. As the tributes stand on their podium, the horn sounds. The Brickster runs away from the cornucopia. Gunnar, Hatsune Miku, and Poison Ringo get into a fight. Gunnar triumphantly kills them both. The Foundation runs away. KK Slider snatches a pair of Sias. Sonic.exe runs away. Monica runs away.
They name a boyfriend.
Yeah, Boyfriend runs away. Dark Arl takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. G-Man runs away from the cornucopia. Len finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Sig runs away from the cornucopia. Pac-Man snatches a pair of Sias. Lego Luigi runs away from the cornucopia. Kamek breaks Yoshi's nose for a basket of bread. I don't know how Kamek would break that bowling ball nose, but he did it.
Yeah.
Moogle finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Fleetway Supersonic runs away from the cornucopia. Infomaniac runs away from the cornucopia. Rin finds a bag full of camping equipment. Lego Mario finds a canteen full of water. Isabelle shoots a poisonous dart into Pepperoni's neck, slowly killing him. Pepperoni, no!
No!
I was rooting for him.
I'm rooting for.
I guess I'm gonna root for the Infomaniac. Okay, so Kamek, the Brickster, and Lego Mario hunt for other tributes. Sonic.exe, Lego Luigi, Pac-Man, and Sig raid Moogle's camp while he is hunting. Isabelle runs away from Yoshi. G-Man scares Len off. Fleetway Supersonic tends to KK Slider's wounds. The Foundation and Infomaniac split up to search for resources. Dark Arl practices her archery. Monica goes hunting. Rin receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, and Boyfriend bashes Gunnar's head in with a mace. Oh, Jesus. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That's 4 dead people. Hatsune Miku, Poison Ringo, Pepperoni, and Gunnar. Proceed.
I'm rooting for Foundation in the web.
Moogle starts a fire. Sig destroys Isabelle's supplies while she is asleep. The Brickster fends Yoshi, Lego Luigi, and Lego Mario away from his fire. Boyfriend starts a fire. KK Slider is awoken by nightmares. The Foundation begs for Pac-Man to kill him. He refuses, keeping the Foundation alive. Sonic.exe tends to Kamek's wounds. Dark Arl stays awake all night. Rin, Monica, Fleetway Supersonic, G-Man, and Len sleep in shifts, and the Infomaniac dies of hunger.
Everyone you've been voting for dies.
Okay, I guess we'll just see who happens.
Stop voting for people, or else I'm gonna die, Zach. Stop.
G-Man and Len hunt for other tributes. Kamek is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Monica searches for a water source. Pac-Man picks flowers. Sonic.exe injures himself. Moogle falls into a pit and dies. Why? How would Moogle die? Moogles have wings.
Yeah.
Can't the Moogle just fly out the pit? I guess, I don't know. Boyfriend accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it.
And kills himself.
Yeah. Isabel thinks about home. Lego Mario collects fruit from a tree. The Foundation also collects fruit from a tree. KK Slider scares Yoshi off. The Brickster, Lego Luigi, Sig, and Fleetway Supersonic hunt for other tributes. Dark Arrow receives clean water from an unknown sponsor,
Same thing
and
with
Rin
Ren.
also receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Infomaniac, Moogle, and Boyfriend.
Oh, died.
Are you ready to leave Lego Island? Dark Arl and Yoshi tell stories about themselves to each other. Monica stays awake all night. Isabel receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. G-Man, KK Slider, Lego Luigi, Sonic.exe, and Lego Mario sleep in shifts. The Brickster goes to sleep. Kamek is awoken by nightmares. Fleetway Supersonic receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Rin receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Len and Sig talk about the tributes still alive. Pac-Man tries to treat his infection, and the Foundation dies from thirst.
Isn't he in the Foundation? Doesn't he not need water?
I don't know. He's still a human because the Foundation is the Rock.
Well, still he can. Oh, he can just murder people for the water. He does that for a living.
Dark Arl receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sonic.exe travels to higher ground. Yoshi overhears KK Slider and Isabel talking in the distance. The Brickster practices his archery. Lego Mario defeats Len in a fight but spares his life. How is Len that down bad to lose to a literal Lego figure?
Yeah.
G-Man receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Fleetway Supersonic questions his sanity. Well, yeah, you're already insane, Fleetway. I don't think you need to question that. Monica, Rin, Sig, Pac-Man, and Kamek hunt for other tributes. And Lego Luigi receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. The Foundation is dead. Sonic.exe begs for the Brickster to kill him. He refuses, keeping Sonic.exe alive. Pac-Man receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Lego Mario sees a fire but stays hidden. Monica destroys Isabel's supplies while she is asleep. Len and Kamek hold hands. KK Slider thinks about winning. Fleetway Supersonic is awoken by nightmares. Lego Luigi goes to sleep. G-Man tries to sing himself to sleep. Rin destroys Sig's supplies while he is asleep. And Dark Arl tends to Yoshi's wounds.
Just after Gunnar smashed his nose. So there's no coming back.
No, Kamek smashed Yoshi's nose.
Gunnar murdered people.
Gunnar's now dead, and so is Pepperoni. I feel bad for him. Yes. Sig overhears Yoshi and Kamek talking in the distance. Len picks flowers. Monica and Lego Mario split up to search for resources. G-Man practices his archery. Lego Luigi and Dark Arl work together for the day. The Brickster receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Pac-Man fishes. Fleetway Supersonic sets an explosive off, killing Rin. Isabel sprains her ankle while running away from Sonic.exe.
Don't even say that.
Sorry, man.
You got a microphone. That's what it's called. Microphone. You don't have to raise your voice.
Okay. And KK Slider receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. So Rin is dead. Monica cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Lego Luigi convinces the Brickster to snuggle with him. Fleetway Supersonic tracks down and kills Lego Mario, most likely by pushing his power button. Just saying. Because he is a literal Lego figure. Len throws a knife into Kamek's chest. Dark Arl sets up camp for the night. KK Slider thinks about home. G-Man poisons Pac-Man's drink. He drinks it and dies. Yoshi and Sonic.exe huddle for warmth. Isabel sees a fire but stays hidden, and Sig also sees a fire but stays hidden. Yoshi runs away from G-Man. Lego Luigi receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Dark Arl is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Isabel runs away from KK Slider. The Brickster questions his sanity. Sonic.exe sprains his ankle while running away from Sig. Fleetway Supersonic sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. And Len camouflages himself in the bushes. I don't-
find him and murder him.
I don't know how Len is going to camouflage himself when his hair is legit yellow. A volcano erupts in the center of the arena. KK Slider survives. Lego Luigi survives. The Brickster dips his weapon in lava.
So sick with it.
Yes. As Isabel trips over Fleetway Supersonic into the lava, she grabs him and pulls him down with her. G-Man survives. Len pushes Dark Arl into the lava. Yoshi pushes EXE into the lava. 9 cannon shots. Monica, Lego Mario, Kamek, Pac-Man, Sig, Isabel, Fleetway Supersonic, Dark Arl, and Sonic.exe. Yoshi fends the Brickster, KK Slider, and Len away from his fire. G-Man tries to sing himself to sleep, and Lego Luigi sets up camp for the night. Okay. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. G-Man and KK Slider decide to work together to get more supplies. Len's trap kills Yoshi, and Lego Luigi still steals the Brickster's memoirs. Lego Luigi receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Len overpowers KK Slider, killing him, and G-Man and the Brickster work together for the day. It's Yoshi and KK Slider dead. G-Man sets up camp for the night. Len destroys the Brickster's supplies while he is sleeping, and Lego Luigi dies from an infection. I don't think it was from an infection because he's a Lego figure. I think it was from his batteries dying.
Yeah, he had a battery acid. That's the problem.
Most likely, yeah. G-Man and Len track down and kill the Brickster. And then Len ambushes G-Man and kills him. Len is the winner. Well, that was some madness and a half.